Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Linda Forde. Linda is a CPA and owner of the Forde firm. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Linda Forde. Linda, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Mohammed. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
I love that question. So I was taking French in high school, and we were stuck in the back corner of a room, and I decided this really isn't what I want to do. I took an accounting course instead and was one of those very fortunate people to find out what I wanted to do with my life in high school, and was able to pursue it, to be able to be an accountant and help people.
What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
Oh, I think the top three mistakes to avoid are not getting your education and your CPA license as early as you can. Some people change careers midlife, and that's great, but there's a lot of work that goes into getting a CPA license, and I would absolutely say that not doing that as early as you can would be a mistake. I think another mistake is limiting yourself to audit or tax and not learning about both. Your clients need help on both aspects, and you really need to understand how both work. And then the third mistake is one that many seasoned accountants make, and that's to overlook the importance of bookkeeping work. You can do bookkeeping work for a client and have that client grow into a great client for you because of the relationship you develop as you're doing the bookkeeping work. And too many accountants avoid that work because they think it's beneath them. And it's actually some of the most rewarding work you can do as an accountant.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
I think my greatest failure story was not understanding when I was first in public accounting that the clients are paying us for a service, and that service might not be our vision of the service. We may think that we're there to help them do their tax return, and really what they need help with is going through all of their bills and invoices to see what is needed for the tax return. And I had a very wealthy lady come in, and I spent hours with her opening her mail and going through the mail and sorting it. And I was really frustrated by the experience. And I went to the partner that I worked for at the time and told them that I didn't feel like that was what I had been hired to do. And he explained to me that we were hired to help her. And as CPAs, we tend to think we're hired to do a tax return or we're hired to do an audit, but we're hired to help. And his wisdom and understanding of the situation really helped me recover from that, because then I was able to go back and work with that client with a different attitude, because we are helpers, and we don't always realize that as CPAs.
What are your top three success secrets that others can model from?
I think one of my success secrets for me is get up early and go to bed early. It's an old adage. I know it's cliche, early to bed, early to rise, but it really works for me. There's a lot of hours in the day that I can utilize before the chaos of the world starts to happen. So I get up and take advantage of those hours before the phones start to ring. That's definitely one of them. Another one is to get out and network. As women, we tend to perhaps not network as much as we could, or we look at networking as the good old boys network, and it's just a good network. We really need to take advantage of that and take advantage of the opportunities to meet people and to grow. And then the third secret would be educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself. You need to learn something every day. And I know that's cliche too, but you really do. The world is growing and changing so quickly that if we don't take the time to constantly educate ourselves, we've fallen behind before the day's over.
We're about to start a lightning round. That means quick question, quick answer. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
What are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for my son. I love that kiddo. He's great.
How young are you?
I'm 52 years young, and I've got plenty of years left in me, and I'm glad that I live someplace that's okay.
Yeah, wonderful. So, Linda, you are not 52. You are 18 years old with 34 years experience.
Yes. I like that.
What you want to do when you grow up?
I want to help as many nonprofits as I can. I really, really love what I do, and I want to be that source to help the nonprofits get what they need.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
I try to look at things from a positive perspective and find that silver lining. It's not always easy. Sometimes life throws things at you that are just overwhelming, but that's always been my focus, even on the monumental things, is to find the positive in it and focus on the positive, because that's what gets me through.
How do you start your day?
I start my day with my cup of coffee, and drive into work and just get my mindset prepared, go through my list of tasks for the day and what I need to work on. And then I start with answering emails so that I can be prepared to answer the questions that are going to happen when the phones ring.
What is the advice you will give to a younger yourself?
Don't be so stubborn.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
I tend to be a presenter and a planner, so I usually have all my talking points together. And then when my husband and I sit down and talk through it, I usually have all those points ready to go as a list, and we talk through it and bounce ideas off of each other. It's great to have someone to work with as a teammate and a partner.
What is the impactful book you have read? What did you learn from it?
So I've read 52 Weeks to Journey to Success by Alicia Stobbe. And it's very impactful, talking about gratitude, knowledge, and getting a grasp on what you do on a regular basis that's positive, and then turning that into success for yourself. And that's really taking the time to focus for me just on some me time has been phenomenal. And I definitely recommend the book to anyone, because you can start at any point in the year. You don't have to start in January. It's meant to go just 52 weeks start to finish.
Why being impactful is important to you?
I think we're all here for a purpose, and I think we have to give back, and I think we have to do our best. And I think that goes across, it speaks across religions, it speaks across cultures. We all know that we're here for a purpose, and more than just getting up and going to bed every day. So it's really important to me to give my all every day and be the example for those around me.
Who is your mentor and what's the impact?
I think I've been very fortunate to have multiple mentors throughout my career. Right now, John Thompson is a phenomenal mentor, and he's someone that I can bounce ideas off of as a business owner himself. If I have issues or I'm not sure what to do in a situation, he's somebody that's safe that I can talk to. And then the conversation doesn't ever become whiny. It's just a great conversation of, this is the problem, help me find a solution, and we talk through it. So it's very impactful to me to have a positive experience when there's situations I need support on.
What do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for being kind. I really do. That's more important to me than being wealthy or famous or anything else. It's about being kind.
Who is your ideal client?
So my ideal client is any not-for-profit that needs assistance with their bookkeeping, their accounting, their 990 returns, or their audit. And it doesn't matter what type of nonprofit. We work with all types of nonprofits, and we work with startups as well as well-established nonprofits.
How can we support you?
If you know a nonprofit out there that needs assistance or might need assistance, that would be a great way to support me. Connect them to me, and I would be happy to take a look at their situation to see how we can best support them.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have a few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here's my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
I think it's been fantastic. It's been easy to do. I really appreciate the questions and the thoughtfulness of them. It makes it easy to answer, and there are no unpleasant surprises. So it's been a great experience. Thank you.
What would you say as a final word?
Be kind. Be kind.
Thank you so much, Linda, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Growth Hacking Seekers community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.